Hey, what is up, y'all? Welcome back to another review. So, Captain Marvel 2 or the Marvels. Well, I don't think this should be even Captain Marvel 2, even though it's supposed to be, uh, because of the involvement of the other two characters, Miss Marvel and Monica. So, anyways, well, everybody knows about the bad reception that this movie has been receiving even before the movie came out because of, a lot of people don't like Captain Marvel or Brie Larson in general. I think it's more Brie Larson, and also because of the female narrative that the MCU has been pushing in Phase 4, Phase 5, rather than a storyline writing character thing that they have been doing in phase 1 to 3. Phase 4 has been a lot about the gender female thing, which I don't know why they're doing it, and a lot of people are starting to call the MCU MCU, which honestly I don't blame people when they call it that, because I don't know why they're like going with this narrative. Like if you see in the MCU like nowadays, where either it's gonna be like one, the the movie is gonna be this certain character's name, but then if you watch the movie, they're gonna focus on another female character, or all the female characters in that movie, even though that's not what you expected, aka Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. And there's gonna be times where it could be like a them just gender swapping characters, male characters from the comics into a female in the movie or a series, or it could be them just creating a new female character from scratch and then giving her powers and making her the focus or one of the main focuses of the show, like Moon Knight Secret Invasion. So honestly, look, I don't really care about this male lead, female lead thing, but I don't know why, like, when somebody says a movie with the female lead is bad, automatically they call it, or you hate women, you're a sexist. But when people say a movie with a male lead is bad, I don't see the same reception that says, oh, you hate men or whatever. Isn't that weird though? Because I don't really hate it, but it's just not really our fault as movie watchers that movies that have a female lead are rarely good. Like, is it our fault? Like, I don't think it is. So we're just pointing it out that it's bad. So female superhero movies can be good as long as they're written well. Sorry, I didn't say Captain Marvel. I was gonna say Wonder Woman 1. It was good. So and then Wonder Woman 2 sucked. Captain Marvel 1 and 2 watchable. I'm not saying it's great, but watchable. And this one forgettable. So yeah, that's pretty much it for all the female-led superhero movies. Even speaking of that, this movie was, I would say, the target audience for the movie are definitely females. Dudes, you don't want to watch it, it's completely fine. Like, the protagonists of the movie were all females. Villain, female, again, gender swapped villain from the comics. There was a Korean dude in the movie too. I don't know who he is. I didn't want to mention it, but I feel like I had to because I saw a lot of like when this trailer came out, a lot of girls from over here was talking about him. I was like, who is this guy? Like, I didn't know who he was. And then I watched the movie, and then there he was for like, I don't know, 5 minutes or something. And then everybody was complaining that he didn't have a larger role. I'm like, who is this guy? Like, why is people so making a big deal out of this Korean guy? I know normally girls like to, talk a lot about Korean dude stuff. So that's why I'm saying that, this target audience for this girl is there's females. And then even like that one scene where it felt like I was watching a Disney movie, in that planet where people were singing. So yeah, all of these reasons I would say this movie, like, it's not for dudes. I just watched it because I want to see if there's any connection to all the other MCU movies, in case you needed to know something. So, actually, there wasn't, by the way. So, yeah, so Captain Marvel 2, the Marvels, forgettable movie. Honestly, I don't think people are gonna remember this. Even Captain Marvel 1 could be remembered, I guess, but this movie, I keep calling it Captain Marvel 2, the Marvels. This movie is pretty forgettable. Nobody's going to remember it. Even I don't think I'm going to remember it because there's nothing in this movie that says, "Hey, you need to remember the story of this movie. Come this time when you're watching this thing. You need to." No, there's nothing like that. Maybe the post credits of the movie, which had X-Men. I don't. Nobody cares about spoilers of this movie anymore. But yeah, we saw Beast and Binary, which is the doppelganger of Monica's mom, Maria. So, well, in that universe, they weren't parents. So, I mean, parents. I mean, mother and daughter. So, that's the only thing that I think might have something to do in the future. The whole movie itself had nothing to do with it. Completely forgettable. It's stupid. Even the villain called Darben, again, gender swapped in the comics. Forgettable villain, underutilized. Nobody's gonna care. Look, I would have rather they actually did Captain Marvel 2, not the Marvels. Like a movie between the villain and Carol would have been better than what we eventually got. And I would have liked to see better a storyline of Carol going back to Hala, facing the people there, destroying the Supreme Intelligence and making a movie about that. But even though we did, because there was that scene where Darben was telling a story about a flashback or of her seeing Captain Marvel come to Hala and destroy the Supreme Intelligence, a comic accurate Supreme Intelligence. I would have liked to see that in the movie, like as a movie, more of that rather than just a 1 minute flashback scene. That was pretty stupid. Even the villain underutilized. She was powerful, but underutilized. All she did was come around with, give a few threat speeches, fight one or two scenes, and then she dies. Who's gonna remember a villain like that? Nobody's gonna remember a villain like that. um, yeah, underutilized, honestly. Also, the reason why the other characters had something to do with it, like Miss Marvel, is because Darben, or her motives was acceptable. Like she saw Captain Marvel destroy her planet and destroy the Supreme Intelligence, which took away all the resources from the planet, and she wants to go to other planets and steal the resources and instill fear that Hala used to give to other planets. I guess acceptable motive, but again, characters underutilized. So yeah, she was using one of the bangles that Miss Marvel had, and she found the other pair in space, and then she was looking for the other one. So that bangle was the one that she was using to open portals from Hala to the other planet where she wants to steal the resources. So that's how Miss Marvel comes in. Miss Marvel is still Green Lantern or Purple Lantern, or me and my friend like to call it. Um, I don't hate Miss Marvel. Okay, it's just that I think her acting is too much. Am I the only one? Like I get it. The character is like the comics, which is good. They're following the comics, but I don't know if it's like the fangirling aspect of her, which is too much, or the way she acts the fangirl thing, which is the acting is too much. I don't know which one is it. Maybe you help me out, right? Because I don't know. It's one of those two, but yeah, I just think one of those two is too much. Um, and I don't know, no comments. Her and her family was there for like the comedic aspect of the movie. Nick Fury was there for the comedic aspect too. He would just be saying some joke stuff. Um, Monica was there too. Honestly, the only purpose of her was when she eventually traveled to another universe. I guess that's pretty much the only reason why she was there. She has powers, like I do know that she has powers, but I mean, like, she can fly, she can shoot rays out of her hand, she can absorb energy like blasts that Carol sent. Like some people get hit by Carol's blast, they fly, but she can absorb it. So that's how powerful she is. How? By walking through a force field. Yeah, but you guys need some explaining to do. Like, I know she's from the comics, but like, really though, she walked through a force field, and then she can fly now. She can shoot rays out of her hand. She can turn it like not really invisible, but like what, transparent. I don't know. I don't know what's the word to call that, but yeah, she could do all of that. Absorb energy, everything, just by walking through a force field. You're telling me any other character that did that would have gotten that power too? What if Jimmy Woo walked through the force field instead of her? Would he have gotten powers like this? Can he fly, or would have? I don't know. She was just able to do it, and then at the end, there was a hole that broke open in space, which opened a hole into another multiverse. I don't know, like, it has no connection to the movie at all. How did we go from a villain who wanted to get resources to opening a hole in space, which was like where you could go to another universe? How did we get from here to there? From the the two things has no connection whatsoever. Because I just remember, we're watching the movie. Okay, a villain, she wants to take all the resources from the planet. All right, her planet is dying. Okay, I get it. All of a sudden, she dies, and then it creates an explosion, which opens a hole through, like, to another universe. How? How did she blowing up in space open? Oh, the energy of the explosion was too hard, so it opened a all through the universe. And then yeah, Monica was the only person who could close it. That was the only point of her in the movie. She absorbed all the power blasted to her by Miss Marvel and Captain Marvel, so I could close it. But I need to close it from the other side, so it means I would get stuck in the other universe. And then we saw Beast and her mother's doppelganger. How does these two things even connect? Nobody knows. Just go with it. Don't say anything. It's a female-led movie. If you say anything, you're sexist. Also, bro, the whole singing planet thing, I didn't think it was bad at first. Like, I thought, all right, maybe because you don't know what kind of planets are out there, what kind of odd, weird planets are out there. So a planet where you go where everybody sings, they don't talk, but they sing, something creative. But that whole scene, like the whole singing, and then the Disney movie thing where she has this Disney dress all of a sudden that she transformed into. Everybody was singing, they were dancing. She's literally like a Disney princess, unless she has a animal companion. That whole scene. How I was watching that scene, I was watching like this, like I was just sinking in my seat. Like, oh my god, bro, what is this? What am I watching? What? That is literally how. This is how I was watching that scene. I can't. I don't know. For some reason, I was feeling embarrassed for other people that I was watching this movie. Other people that I don't even know. I was like, bro, what is this? What? Like, I don't know. It was so embarrassing to watch that scene. Like I said, maybe if you're a girl that likes this kind of Disney stuff, maybe you would enjoy it. But I just want to see a superhero movie, man. Excuse me. Yeah, bro. And then yeah, the post credit, which I don't think anybody would talk about, which also contributes to why this is a through and through a female movie. A young Avengers tease where Kamala is now Nick Fury. He sits in the dark, just exactly like Iron Man. Iron Man 1 post credit scene where Tony comes back to his house and then Nick Fury is just right there in the dark. Uh, like now this time Kamala is Nick Fury sitting in the dark. Kate Bishop walks through the door and she's like, "I'm putting together a team." So what? This is it. And do you not see why people are complaining because of this female thing? Like, please tell me Marvel sees this though. Please tell me you don't see why people are complaining, bro. I'm laughing so hard that I'm crying, bro. I can't. So yeah, now and then she recruits Kate Bishop, and then she also says, "Hey, Ant-Man has a daughter." Oh my god, please don't. She was like the worst character of that movie. Now we got to see her again. Like the character or the actor, I don't know, maybe both. I don't know. After watching her character in Quantumania, I kind of want to see the other actors who played Cassie. I feel like she would have done a better job than this Cassie, bro. Because all right, so yeah, even the Young Avengers so far has 3 female members. Miss Marvel is like the leader. Um, Kate Bishop and Cassie. Cassie, how did Cassie go from such a likable character, such a hateable character in one movie? Even in Endgame, people liked her, but Quantumania just made her totally hated character. Yeah, so I don't know how many characters are going to be in the Young Avengers. So far, we've seen like Wiccan and Speed in like, or even though they're not actually real. We saw Kid Loki in the Void. We saw the Patriot kid. I forgot what is the kid's name in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Uh, God, who else? Shit, I don't remember. Yeah, America Chavez, another female member. So far, the ones that has powers that has done something is them four: Miss Marvel, Kate Bishop, America Chavez, and Cassie. So yeah, I won't be surprised if they're going with the all-female Young Avengers. Oh man, imagine the hate that will get. Anyways, you know what? I'm done. This movie is crap. Uh, Forgettable movie. You don't even have to watch this, honestly. Just watch the post-credit scenes if you're a fan of X-Men, I guess. This Beast, like he looked good too. Beast actually he looked pretty good. But yeah, anyway, that is all for my review for the Marvels. I'm tearing up. Like I want to laugh so hard for certain things, but I just controlled it until I'm just tearing up. So, anyways, that is all from this Marvel review. So, if you enjoyed this, give this video a like, comment down below what you thought about the movie. Um, yeah, that is all. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Goodbye. Take care.